to the Wager Makers Podcast with Webb and Smitt.
Brick by brick, baby. I'm freaking out, Webb.
I was told there'd be no man. Stupidity's going to be an asset. What a bunch of crybabies.
Hello, my name is Steve Smith, and this is Rob Weber. Say hey, Webb.
Oh, hello. What's up, Smitt?
What's up, Webb? I'm Smith. That's Webb. We are the Wager Makers. Thank you all for joining us. We're moving in, getting into your football season, Webb. We're on episode now, number 126.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been 126 episodes, Smitt. It's shocking. Borderline shocking.
We're hanging in there. We're staying consistent.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
So, hey, everybody out there, if you listen, look, next week we're going to have over-unders for the NFL teams, where we think teams are going to go over and under. We'll come up with the who's, Super Bowl odds, bold predictions. I got some bold predictions, Webb. I got money on my man Jameis to win the MVP, yeah. But we can talk about that a little bit.
There's no gay fantasy coming up, is there?
I don't think we're going to do a fantasy football league this year. But that's we'll see. We got money from Scott Wheatley and the Buffalo Grill in Little Rock, Arkansas, and so that's going to be on one of the pools. We're going to do the Survivor, and we'll do the college football pick'em like we did the last couple of years too. So we got to get those. We're going to get those up and running for next week's show. We'll have them ready to go. We'll have links and all that kind of stuff.
We need listeners. People got to listen. I think the only one listening at this point is probably Scott Wheatley.
Now we got listeners. We got some listeners. We got listeners. Doing good on YouTube. Getting them going. But we need more. Listen, we need more, and we need more. Buy our stuff. I want to thank you again, Doug Walsh's daughter Lily. This week, so first week she showed up with a Wager Makers shirt at the chiropractor's office, and then last week we got a picture of her at the beach in the Wager Makers stuff.
It is popular amongst the beach crowd. I have seen it on the beach before, believe it or not. That's
Jersey Shore, baby.
Yes,
Snooki. We got to get Snooki in one of these.
It's funny. She advertises with my company, believe it or not.
Come on, man. Talk to her. Get her. We got the Wager Makers navy blue. You got your hat on. You got your shirt.
Yellow.
Gold shirt.
I like the yellow. Cool. Yeah.
All right. So, Webb, man.
All right, hold on. Let's kick it off with assholes. All right, I got
knock yourself out
with these fucking assholes. There's asshole. We could do a douchebag, and we should do who's not a douchebag. You know who's the biggest fucking asshole? The Chicago fucking White Sox. That's who's the fucking assholes. I'm working on day 3 with these motherfuckers, and they're 8-3 yesterday. Whatever today, 5-3 today. 3. They can't score more than 3 runs. Tuesday they lose again. So now I accept that they won Tuesday. Anyway, so I'm digging out of the hole for these fucking asshole Whites. You can throw the Astros in there too. I think they just got swept and they finally won a game. But it's not like the Astros are laying like 125 or something like that. They're laying, 250. We're in that time of the season. So anyways, asshole number 1 is the Chicago fucking White Sox. Asshole number 2. This is a toss-up. I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers because you just said it. Like, I don't know how anyone can conceivably like this dude. Either you're on the payroll or even if you're a Packers fan, Smith, like if he was the Cowboys quarterback, I'd be like, dude, I can't wait till this motherfucker retires. I can't take it anymore. Now he's eating ayahuasca and he's Joe Everybody. Is that what it is? Now he's cool with his feelings.
Everyman. He's the everyman.
Right. Is that what it is now?
The everyman doesn't go out to Hawaii with the Shailene Woodley and climb rock mountains, right. Mountain climbing and do whatever drugs they do.
Right. In lieu of OTAs. Right. When it's offensive lineman is sweating his balls off in Wisconsin. I mean, the dude's taking, Instagram pictures on a zip line in Oahu. All right, now let me keep going on my little.
I know you got. Listen, I don't know if today was the first day you've ever been on social media or the internet, but you were blowing up my phone today. So go ahead and knock yourself out. I know you're ready to go on a rant.
And I found from the show, I don't do any other social media except for Twitter. And from the show, I found it does give you good information on sports. Like, you'll get the shit before you see it on SportsCenter and stuff like that. Anyways, asshole, what am I on, number 3 here? Fucking Russell Wilson. Does anyone care that he's on the fucking Broncos? Who cares? Like, every day he's like, look at me. He wears the old school Bronco jersey, number 3. Like, John Elway, first of all, is the Bronco. Peyton Manning, you could say he won a Super Bowl. Dude was injured for half the fucking season. Right. The other guy, what's his name? Case Keenum did it. And now and no one cares that your fucking wife is Sierra or whatever her name is. She's some kind of half a pop star. No one gives a shit, dude. You're in fucking Seattle. The team only won because of the defense. No one gives a shit. So now he said he's going to play for 12 more years. I don't even I used to like this dude. He was like a 3rd round pick, right? He was every man. He was taught, he went to a couple different, he went to NC State. He was a pitcher, and then he went to Wisconsin, and he was, then he was always slighted. He was always doubt. But now he's just a douchebag. Now he was everything that sucks. Everything. Every week he's on Twitter or whatever saying, "Look at me." And Smitt, who's going to want him in 12 years? If he doesn't have $200 million, I can't. Now I hate him. Now he's on my list. Now he's on the list.
I don't know what his deal is. I don't know. I think the Broncos are going to be good. I think he's going to help. But I get what you're saying. It's just
better than the other guy.
Like they get into the world. They get into the pop world. We're not about that. We're about let's play some football. Let's play some football.
The line between entertainment and sports has become too blurred. I like it was cool, like Michael Jordan did the thing with the Looney Tunes, and once in a while you see a dude do some wrestling or some bullshit like that. But it's too much now. It's either you're an athlete or you're a fucking actor. Let's not do the both. There's no difference. There's no rappers. You can't be a rapper. You can't do it. There's no rappers. And then last but not least, again, I don't know if some of this shit is even true because it's on social media. And Antonio Brown, he just couldn't do it. He couldn't do it, dude. It was too long. Has it been 6 months? I don't know. He just can't let it go. I guess he sees that football's back in the headlines. So I don't know what he said. He said he's not upset. He had a laundry list. I'm not upset I threw a rock at somebody. I'm not upset I took my shirt off in the middle of a game. I'm not upset I did something else. What he's upset about, Smitt, is that he can't play football so he could view himself much like he would like to view the Beatles and or Jesus Christ. Now, I'm no religious guy, but that's a pretty big name.
He's throwing.
I mean, I was raised Catholic. I know who Jesus is. That's a pretty big name when you're going to throw around that. Well, first of all, it's funny to like reference the Beatles and Jesus in the same thing. But that's some hefty, some teammates you got if you're talking about yourself in the same vein as the Beatles and then Jesus Christ.
And then did you see the rest of his quote, Webb? He has his biggest regret, Webb, of his career is that my biggest regret in my career doesn't involve calling my GM a cracker. That's not his biggest regret.
Right, throwing a rock at a coach.
Or showing up to Raiders camp late in a hot air balloon with frozen feet, which we all know he did that.
Yes.
There's a whole list. There's a whole list. Or throwing rocks at the UPS driver.
I'm sorry. I got the coach and the UPS driver mixed up.
It definitely doesn't involve taking my shirt off and doing a victory lap around the Jet Stadium mid-game while throwing up deuces.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
My biggest regret is that I'll never get to see me, Antonio Brown, play a game live. Sure, I can watch the game afterwards, but I can't imagine what that was like for you all to see something like that.
Keep going.
Like watching the Beatles or Jesus perform at Red Rocks. Not just like Beatles anywhere would be pretty cool, but like Beatles even at Red Rocks.
Right. That's even better. And I don't know. Did you catch Jesus last time he swung through Arizona?
I did, but it was at the Vet in Philly. It was at the Vet in Philly. It wasn't at Red Rocks. That would have been extra special.
Right. I caught. He was at the Stone Pony Summer Stage. Like this dude is. I mean, I'm hoping it's possible that this is just made up, right? I mean, is that possible?
Well, I thought that meme was just like there was a Kaepernick sign with the Browns meme going around this week too, and I just thought that was fake too. So I didn't. But I've seen that Antonio Brown quote quite a few different places enough that it might be true.
I can't even, dude. I can't even. At Red Rock.
In the vein of calling dudes that are like, so I guess Russell Wilson's deal, but then you don't want to jump on this bandwagon of the guys that lose street cred because they're like nice guys and stuff like that. You don't I
He
think
was a nice guy.
Russell
Now he's
Wilson's like a
douchebag.
decent guy. Maybe he's caught up in fame and fortune and a little full of himself.
Right.
But you remember Channing Crowder was a former player.
Channing Crowder. Yes,
Yeah,
I know the name.
Yeah, he's a former NFL player, but on a podcast the other day, and since you brought up Russell Wilson, he's apparently got some issues with Russell Wilson on his own. So he's got apparently on a podcast the other day, and Crowder has vocalized his issues with the Denver Broncos quarterback yet again this year. He previously spoke about Wilson's relationship with his wife Sierra, calling Wilson a square before addressing the couple's marriage. Earlier this year, Crowder claimed that the pop and R&B superstar was only with her husband because he had money. He would later issue an apology for his comments. He also stated at the time that a woman couldn't possibly go for a man like Future to a man like Russell Wilson. So then they asked, I guess, do you want to step back your comments a little bit on some of the stuff about Russell Wilson? Right. Wilson, once again, a hot topic for Crowder while on the Pivot podcast. Crowder said his team wasn't trying to listen to R&B. He said, I don't want to be soothed. I'm trying to go out and fight a big motherfucker trying to hit me in the head. So I guess there was an issue with what
he's probably doing
what they're going to be listening to before
in the locker. Yeah.
Right. He's not trying to listen to some smooth R&B. I'm getting ready to go get hit by a motherfucker.
He's trying to get laid. Right.
Yep. Someone added that Wilson's personality is cool, calm, and collective, and the Broncos star is a great leader and motivates his fellow players. Crowder still wasn't a fan of this guy. I don't know, this is quote, I don't know, I've been criticized a lot, said Crowder. Called the man lame, called him square. They got on me about that. No, I'm not taking it back. It's an opinion. I know dudes that I want to hang out with. I grew up in Atlanta, and I know guys I want to hang out with. I don't want to hang out with Russ because he puts mousse in his hair and slick it sideways and ain't my type of dude. So there you have it. But I don't want to. Yeah.
Let me just say, I don't know nothing about what you did. I just brought that shit up on my own annoyance at this motherfucker, and I don't even know. I don't know him. I don't, square is fine. Everyone's got to be the cool guy. I get it, especially these days. I ain't trying to say be cool. I'm just saying the dude is fucking mad annoying, and no one gives a shit. That's awfully presumptuous saying you're gonna be playing 12 years, motherfucker. You're lucky to be playing now.
Right. Nobody else was really jumping at the Russell Wilson deal this year.
Right. And now just shut up and play football. Let's win something.
But I'll tell you what, I like Broncos' chances with Russell. I like Russell Wilson as quarterback. I like Russell Wilson. He might not be the cool, tough guy, but I like Russell Wilson on the field. He's never done anything on the field that I think is not worthy of being praised about what he does on the field. I know he's had his ups and downs like every quarterback, and he's getting a little long in the tooth at this point. No longer a spring chicken. But at times, man, you can watch Russell Wilson say he's one of the best playing, I think.
I ain't even talking about none of that.
I got you.
Just shut the fuck up and play football. I don't need to see you talking about playing 10 years from now. How about you play this year? Let's win some games for the Broncos, dude. Before you start talking shit.
What's with Aaron Rodgers?
I can't stand him. I can't do it. I just, every time I see him, it's like my skin crawls. Like, I just shut up.
There are guys that play sports that you always look at, and like they're the kind of guys like if they're on your team, like if they're not on your team, you hate their guts.
Right.
But if they're on your team, you're like, oh man, if that guy was on my team, I could see how like Golden State. Who's that like power forward kind of dude on Draymond Green.
Yeah,
that's the kind of guy like
the skin of other teams, and he's always like dudes that like are slapping at him, and it's like he's borderline crossing the
right. Beverly plays for he's playing on the Clippers and a couple other teams and stuff. I think he played for somebody else this year. Still was getting under people's skin.
Up till the very to the second half of the whistle. Not even not at the whistle. Once the whistle's done, then they stop.
Yep. Saints have a guy like that, a young guy now, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's kind of like the dude ends up just as the play is over and the other guys are like slapping him in the head, like punching him in the face and shit like that. He's the kind of guy when he's on your team, you love it, but when he's but Aaron Rodgers, like you said, even if you were a Green Bay fan, I would hate Aaron Rodgers. What is he doing to help your team? Besides advancing himself? He said this hallucinogenic drug he took helped him
ayahuasca.
And it helped him to the MVP. But when are you winning? Dude? All I picture with Aaron Rodgers last year is him where he could have walked into the end zone and he threw the ball incomplete pass and it was like the 4th down play.
He's won what? One Super Bowl?
One Super Bowl.
And I mean, Russell Wilson won the same amount. I mean, there's a bunch of dudes. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a badass. He's beat the Cowboys, broke my heart, I think, twice in like ridiculous situations. But he hasn't really won enough to do. I mean, there's dudes you take over. I mean, Tom Brady, again, it goes back to Tom Brady. That's comparing somebody to, pulling AB's Jesus Christ out of here. But Tom Brady don't say shit, and the dude just win. I mean, even last year he were in the playoffs. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers just another douchebag. That's the only way to describe him.
I love it today. You've blown up my phone. We got to start. We got to start videoing you
now, but now
midday.
It's like 9
midday.
o'clock. It's almost 9 o'clock now, and I'm like, I had to talk to Devin and everything, so I'm like winding down. Like I was fired up. I'm like, these fucking guys are ridiculous. Right. Plus, I got some, a client will piss me off at work. So then someone pop on my phone. I'm like, these fucking. I'm trying to hack. I'm trying to hawk some billboards, and these dudes are making 200 million. He's out here telling me he's going to play. Shut the fuck up. You're going to play another 12 years. Oh, and then the other thing. Oh. This is the thing. This is another thing. He's like, he sends text, Russell. He sends text to the offensive coordinator at 5 a.m. Is that what are we supposed? What's he want, a cookie? Like my brother gets up every morning at 4:30. He don't make 200 million. How many dudes get up and go break rocks for a fucking living? That get up at 1 o'clock in the morning. What else is he fucking doing? What is he supposed to, he sends a text to the offensive coordinator with an idea at 5 in the morning. Whoa. Way to go, Russ. Cool. Are you fucking kidding?
The OC's probably like, listen, man, first of all, the OC's probably at the office looking at film anyway.
It's like, I just fucking left.
Right. So, right. But second of all, it's like, listen, you could have waited. You could have just told me when you got here. You could have wrote it. Next time, write it down.
How about when you come in? How about when you come in? Right.
I'll see you in 2 hours.
Right.
I'll see you in 2 hours.
Right. But seriously, 5 o'clock. It's not like it's whoa, Russell Wilson is up studying. He's a player that he's working the game. Shut the fuck up, asshole.
He was probably just got home from his the awards show that his wife and him had to go to. Some banquet they were at.
Just came in from fucking whatever Monte Carlo or some shit.
All right, so Webb, we're almost there, right? I've been watching Cornhole on ESPN. We're talking about that tag, your little play. This week, they actually showed fucking air guitar, Webb. There was air guitar on ESPN, and I'm not even lying. I got video of it. I posted it. It was on air guitar. So finally, please, NFL,
what's the other one? There's the other thing, spike ball, and there's I don't know
what spike ball is.
Good.
They had pickleball. They had pickleball. It was
pickleball
on the other day
around here now. But spike ball is like another ridiculous.
But I think I got a problem. I was at Turtle Bay the other day, and we were betting on tag, Webb. We were betting on the tag. So you either pick the taggy or the tagger, and it's over in 10 seconds.
So the dude has to
it's like a little bit of obstacle course. A little bit of an obstacle course, and they start on either end of the obstacle course, and the one dude's ducking and diving behind these poles and stuff, and the other guy's diving over the poles.
Base?
What's that? No, I think you just have to survive for 20 seconds.
Oh, all right.
Survive without getting tagged for 20. Intrigued? I think you just have to survive for 20 seconds. So one dude would get the tagger, and one dude would get the taggy. Most of the times they tagged. We found out most of the time they get tagged, but occasionally if you throw a curveball in there and get it, it works out good. So we were gambling on the tag the other day. But for years and years of my life, I remember talking to other people about this. You always knew the NFL season was coming when they started to show the NFL year in review. You remember those NFL film shows? They were a half an hour. And each team had their own, the Falcons year in review, the Saints year in review, or whatever.
It's like Steve Sable would do them,
NFL film stuff. And it was a half an hour show, and each team had their own from last year's thing, and it was pretty much a recap. It was pretty good to watch. And so, but I haven't seen those anymore. They used to show them on NFL Network, and they used to show them on ESPN. Then they started showing them on NFL Network, and
ESPN is really busy film.
Yeah,
well,
showing tag.
Eric Tag and Spikeball and fucking and
air
cornhole.
guitar. It was actually air guitar. And the dudes weren't even good. I'm like, how does this guy make the championship in air guitar? It's terrible. But now, Webb, there's a new show that, and you know my love for this, and actually I wasn't even thinking about it. And last night I stumbled on episode 1, and this is how I know it's football season. Episode 1, season 17 or something.
I know where we're
Hardknocks, Webb.
Yes.
Hardknocks. I don't know if you've seen yet episode 1.
Kneecaps, whatever the fuck they're doing.
One of our favorite coaches in the league right now, as far as sound bites,
right?
And coach speak. Dan Campbell of the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are Hard Knocks this year.
Yes, and then don't they do one during the season?
Yeah, I think this year is going to be the Arizona Cardinals. But last year or the year before, last year might have been the first one. I didn't watch any of the ones during the season. I watched football.
Right.
This is shit you watch when there's no football.
The real thing, right?
Right. How about just put one extra game on Wednesday night? I'll take that.
Right.
So Hard Knocks was on. I stumbled on it. I'm like, oh shit, it's Hard Knocks. Episode 1. Dan Campbell comes out. He's got all the great coach speak and all this stuff in his room. And I'm just wondering, like he'd make you run for the wall, but also some of these players, they looked a little sleepy in the room. I don't know if he's just talking to himself or what, but every year I end up liking the team. I end up liking the team better than I would. So now I'm on the Detroit Lions bandwagon. They got good coaching staff. They have Aaron Glenn is a defensive coordinator who actually I was looking for him to get the Saints job. I thought he had a chance to get the Saints job before Dennis Allen and just keep the same offensive coordinator. Have Aaron Glenn come in run, but and also Deuce Staley, the former Eagle, I think is the offensive coordinator up there, and just good show. But Dan Campbell, he's doing. They had the whole defense is doing up downs, Webb, and he's doing them with them. He gets up, he's like, "Oh shit, man, I'm fucking dying." Like, I don't know, but I'm ready. I'm ready for football season.
I was thinking about this between now and this show. That did thank you for because I knew you were going to be excited, and we were all behind Dan Campbell probably a year ago, approximately at this time. And I love biting kneecaps and doing up downs, but eventually. You got to win a fucking game, man. You could say what you want. You got to win more than what did they win? 4 games. You got to win a couple.
I think it was
games.
3. I think they said 3 last night.
You got to win a couple games, coach. Right. You know, say what you want.
You can play a lot of close games to Green Bay and Chicago, but you got to win some. You got to start winning.
How about you win one?
The good spot on it. So their number 1 draft pick was Hutchinson, the defensive end out of Michigan. So he's playing in his hometown. He's playing for Detroit, Michigan guy. And then they pull him up in the locker room. They make the kind of like a rookie hazing deal. They make him do a song. You sometimes fight song. He did Billie Jean, the Michael Jackson. He had the whole place going nuts. It was pretty good scene there. But anyway.
All right, now you remind me to something else. Now,
all right.
Did you watch the? I guess with Hall of Fame speeches and all that stuff.
I usually do. Did not this time. Did not this time.
I'm hesitating to say asshole on this, but Brian Young. I don't know. Is he a Hall of Fame player? Over my guy DeMarcus Ware. I don't think so. But anyways. So I'm doing this. I'm like, what is this fucking guy? He doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. And then all of a sudden he gets up there and gives a speech and he says his son died. So now I'm an asshole.
I don't mean to laugh at that.
Right. But that's not but now I'm an asshole because I thought this dude was, he doesn't deserve it. And now he gets up and gives this heartwarming speech to his son who's fucking dead. Like, come on, man. That's heartbreaking. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But come on.
That's funny because it was the one time I was flipping around this weekend and they were on the speeches and Bryant Young had just got called up and I kind of flipped it.
Right, because he's not
so I missed. Well, I don't know. It's sometimes it's hard for with defensive tackle,
right?
Defensive end, defensive tackle, or something like that. Sometimes it's hard to stand out enough. I'm not saying I don't know what his stats are and what
that's
his
what happened.
Right.
He was cashing paychecks. I mean,
I'm just saying, as far as Hall of Famer, I haven't looked in depth into Bryant Young's career enough to say thumbs up or thumbs down.
Right. All right. Well, whatever. He ain't no Hall of Famer in my book. That's all.
So, and then speaking of assholes, Webb, the other day, did you see the Pittsburgh Pirates player slides into third base last night, and his cell phone comes flying out of his back pocket.
I thought that was a joke.
No.
Oh,
real deal, I think. Dude's playing out there, slides in, head first slide. Cell phone goes flying. Like, dude, they can't go up the bat without the cell phone.
What is he gonna do? Is he gonna take a call?
I don't know. Don't know.
Like, is he gonna is he doing like a TikTok? What is he gonna do on third base? Like,
maybe he needs something to put in his mitt, in his sliding mitt, his oven mitt.
Yeah, you can't make it. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say.
I feel bad for you, Webb. You seem so frustrated. You seem so frustrated today with just life, like the life of these people.
I don't know what they're doing, man. Like, seriously, what if the phone rings? You're on third. Like, what if it's on like not on vibrate, and the dude's like in a pitch. He comes in, he just shit starts like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Like, he's like, oh, hold up. Oh, no, I'll call you right back. That's one of my bitches.
Maybe that's a new way to check signals.
What is he gonna say?
Hey,
come on,
hey,
man.
steal
Steal
on this pitch.
Yeah, run this pitch. I don't know.
2 outs. Run on anything.
It's getting to me, man. It's tough. It's tough out here.
Oh man. So anyway, now we talked a lot about the popularity. Obviously, that's all we talk about: the popularity of football, the popularity of the NFL, Webb, and especially compared to baseball. Like we're here, we're baseball fans. We love baseball, but we're purists. But if we weren't betting on it, we wouldn't be watching all these baseball games that we watch all the year. That's for sure. But tonight, Webb, is the big Field of Dreams game.
Yes.
And it's up against the NFL preseason of the Giants and Patriots. What do you suppose is going to be the number? Like, first of all, last week's game, the Raiders and the Jaguars, 5.5 million people watched, and that's before they talk about, like, I don't even think they're into the ratings of the streaming and how to
other ways
quantify all those other different ways people
consume it. Yes. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But the popularity of the NFL is ridiculous. I didn't even watch. First of all, I only watched some of the Field of Dreams game last year because the Yankees played, and it ended up, when I turned it back on in the 8th inning, it ended up being a really great game. But it wasn't a thing for me because of the Field of. First of all, I've watched the Field of Dreams, I think, once in my life, and I'm pretty sure I didn't even like the movie.
It was a good movie. It was cool. That's good. It's got to be 25 years ago, I would guess.
I think maybe more than that. Even
really?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But
it was cool.
I don't know. I'm not big on imaginary baseball players walking out of a cornfield playing baseball.
You like those?
It's not my thing. It's not my thing. Not my thing to begin with.
But what does it have to do with baseball? Like, is there even Iowa? Like, there's no team in Iowa.
Kevin Costner just thought this would be cool.
Right. It's not like it was like, Boston or, I don't know, somewhere, or like Brooklyn. Like something came up in Brooklyn, like the Polo Grounds or some shit. Like Iowa. Like, I don't think people in Iowa even care. Like, they're like, okay, when are the Hawkeyes playing?
So, yeah, they'll watch them walk out of a cornfield. I think they do walk out of a cornfield to play.
I did
see
the
coolest thing about
today. That was the highest rated MLB game of last year, I think. Regular season game.
Well, tonight it's up.
Wasn't it on I thought it was on a Sunday. Like, why would they put it on like a random Thursday?
Right. When there's preseason football, even if they're on Fox, I think they're showing on Fox the baseball game, regular Fox. Right,
Fox, National Fox.
And this is on NFL Network, and I'm pretty sure I know which one's going to win.
I got it here on NBC. Thankfully, you guys are not being subjugated to the ridiculous and horrific announcing of Carl Banks and the other guys that are employed by the New York Giants, thankfully, because it is brutal.
Well, that's the way it goes when you watch a preseason football game. You get from your local, you get the announcers for like the Saints preseason games, unless it's going to be a national game, is going to be done by some local yokel, and
it's Carl
Saints
Banks
guys.
And a guy to do it all the time. Bob Pop, whatever the fuck his name is. Dude, Brian Hoyer was at a game for like 3 series.
Yeah, but you're watching. What I'm saying is you're watching the New York Giants, the New York Giants local yokel preseason.
Correct. Right. Yes.
Right.
It's
so that's what happens.
Yes, but still.
Well, listen. Honestly, you don't have a lot of room to stand on this, because for the rest of us schmoes, all NFL season long, we get to see on the national feed Tony Romo and Troy Aikman and fucking Deuce Johnson fucking calling Cowboys games.
Good.
That's national TV, and they're obviously in the fucking tank for the Cowboys too.
I don't know about Aikman. Aikman calls it straight. Romo, I don't, whatever. And Moose is good, but Aikman's good. Aikman just gave him $100 million to go to Amazon or whatever the fuck. You'll never see him again now. Who could find the games?
Right. Yeah, that's why I was looking at. It's weird because I think DirecTV is going to lose the NFL, like the package
after this year. I think
after this year. Yeah. So now, like, I got DirecTV at the bars. I got between the two places. I got like 30 some cable boxes of DirecTV and Dish and all this other shit. And what I'm going to have to get and most of my TVs at this point are internet TVs and stuff like that. But I'm going to have to figure out for next football season just how this whole thing is going to.
What does that mean for, like, what? Obviously, let's say Amazon. Oh, well, I mean, I don't mean, but Amazon's going to cover a game. Who's going to cover the other game? Like, are they not going to be broadcast? Like, what?
Well, I mean, locally you'll still get the local, but the NFL, that package that you can get out of network games is going to be somewhere else. I think they're still bidding on. I think they're still trying to decide where that's going to go. Like, but it sounds like it's not going to be with DirecTV anymore.
Right. Yes.
That was the whole reason I got DirecTV.
Well, that's going to be
the bars is because of
right. That's going to be the end of that.
Right. All together.
That's a wrap. Yeah.
Right. So, anyway, what about this? We're talking about the quarterbacks. The Arizona Cardinals, Webb. Big little controversy last week. Kyler Murray signs the big contract. I don't know how much it is. $1 gazillion a year.
A lot, right.
A couple days later, it comes out he's got a little clause in his contract that he's got to study film for like 4 hours a day.
On his own, like independent study.
And then once this gets out there, everybody raises hell and they take it out.
That's like saying, no, you didn't break the law. Never mind. Or, you're out. No, you're safe. Never mind.
Listen, we're going to take it out of there, but we still want you to look at 4 hours a day of study.
First of all, there's just so many things like on both sides that are wrong with this. If he doesn't study, why are you going to give him the money?
Right.
And just because, why now since you gave him money, you think he's going to study? Do you think? You think you have a guy that you think maybe isn't doing everything he needs to do, and you're giving him like max contract money? Right. Like, this is not what I'm talking about with Russell Wilson. I'm sure Russell he's doing his play. Like, he's like, I study. Like, look at me, I'm studying my fucking playbook. This dude has just gotten by on raw talent and moxie for what is he, 23, 24 till now. And now he's like, whoa, this is the big leagues. And he came out, he was a little bit of a flash in the pan, whatever. But now they're figuring out how to get him. And the dude, every year they start 6-0 and they finish 9-7 or whatever it is. This is wrong. How do GMs keep their jobs or get their jobs? And you didn't have to pay him. What was he going to do? Not play? Oh, we don't want an unhappy guy in the locker room. How about the other guy? How about the other 52 dudes that you just gave this dude $200 million knowing that he don't fucking watch film or read a playbook?
Right. If that's the case. If it's not, why you put it in there anyway?
Obviously, it's the case.
Right. That's I think there was a story about the former LSU quarterback, Jamarcus Russell, that when he went out to the Raiders, like, I think they had a feeling that he wasn't ever watching any film, so they gave him a blank videotape and told him to bring it home with him. And then
back a report on it.
Yeah, and he comes back. He's like, "Yeah, I was watching the second." They told him was the secondary cover 2 with the whatever it was, and it was just any old videotape with either nothing on it or something completely different. And he comes back. He's like, "Yeah, man, I fucking." But actually, I saw a good interview with Jamarcus Russell the other day. It's like, everybody thinks I'm a fuck up. I fucking made enough money. My family never has to worry about anything in my life. I wasn't really into football at that point. I'm good. I'm happy with where I am today.
Human age. I mean, he probably gained 1,000 pounds, but I mean, listen, I'm not fucking here a picture of health, so I'm not throwing rocks at that. But he just could have been. It's just what could have been. Dude could have made. He could have stuck around for another contract. I mean, that's not the hardest. Holding a clipboard isn't the worst thing in the world. It's not like he's got to,
Right. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with his contract, but it was just weird. It comes out, and then the thing gets out there, and he's raising hell, and I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I got no problem. Yeah, he was good. And listen, hey, as long as he's happy, that's it. Right. But I'm saying he could have parlayed. You could parlay that first round draft status in, do nothing and make, a boatload of cash.
Right. So Kyler Murray, I don't know if he studies. I don't know if he doesn't study. I don't know if he has to study or if he doesn't have to study or what the deal. And he came out. He said, do you think I'm just showing like you've seen me play? Do you think I just show up and play?
Yes.
What do you think? I'm not.
That's exactly what you do. That's the only reason why you're successful. Because everything is off the. He can't go back there and drop back. He's got to make shit up on the move. You can't do it. He's 5'9".
Right. But he's saying, do you think I don't want? Do you think I'm not doing my homework or something?
Yes. No, I don't. No. Right. Yes. What is he done to show? He just runs back there and he runs around and he throws the ball. That's all. He doesn't really go back there. He's like, it's not like Peyton Manning.
Right. It's not like first read, second read, third read. Boom.
Right. It's a 5-step drop and he just, breaks it down. Dude and it spins around and runs this way and then fucking throws the fucking loop.
Boom, big play, Hopkins. Boom.
Right. Go down the field. There it is. Oh, he ran it. Oh, he got hit late. Okay. Another 15.
So Webb, there's been big controversy. I think I'm gonna solve a lot of people's problems here today. Big controversy between that we talked about it last week, the PGA and the LIV golf tournament. Now there's the FedEx playoffs are coming up. There's a lot of talk between the players. There's actually a lawsuit now. LIV is suing. Some of the guys are suing the PGA, saying, whatever they did was, it's basically a monopoly at this point up there.
Right.
Other than,
yes, correct.
And they've taken definite steps to try and hurt LIV along the way and everything. But this meme came up. And so now all the players that left, they're not allowed, as of this point, are not allowed to play on any PGA Tour events. They're not allowed in the FedEx playoffs. And, so I'm gonna solve this for everybody, for the fans. Go ahead. What's the question?
And I heard this on the radio yesterday. So next year, the Masters. How does that? Whatever that is. What's the name of the club or whatever, the golf course?
Augusta.
How do they make any money? Are they getting paid by who? By the PGA?
By the PGA, I guess.
That's not how I understood it. So they were so next year, they're not gonna have anyone who's ever won the match. No one who's ever worn a green jacket is gonna go back there because they're banned by the PGA. That cannot work.
Well, only the ones that have gone to the other tournament.
So, but that's gonna be Mickelson. That's gonna be like 5 or 6 dudes.
Yeah, Mickelson. I think Dustin Johnson. I think Dustin Johnson has a Masters. Several. I mean, that's the
like
thing.
6 guys. So you're going to run the Masters without the past 5 winners,
right?
Or you're going to have that tournament without the past. How is that? That doesn't. It's not going to work. There's no way that Augusta or whatever that.
Well, this is the thing. And even Davis Love is going to be the Ryder Cup coach this year, or the President's Cup, or whatever the next big kind of team game. He's like the only way this is going to get solved is if all the PGA guys just sit out. Just sit out to the point, sit out the U.S. Open, sit out everything to the point where there's only these handful of other guys, and then they're going to have to do something.
It's never going to, then they're not going to get paid. Like these guys from LIV are getting paid, like Cameron Johnson, like after FedEx. He's got $100 million. And I get what they're saying. I understand it's like a 55-hole scramble. And then I understand it's a little fucked up, but why would he'd be like, fuck you, I'm just going to go play my tournaments and what, why would I, it's the same thing we talked about last week. I sell billboards. If someone else is going to give me $100 million, I'm going to go work for them.
We talk about all the time. All these dudes playing on the PGA, whether they're from China, Japan, Australia, they're all coming from some other tour, and they're allowed to go back home and play. But they're coming over here for the big paydays, and then they go back when there's a big, with the Korean Open or whatever it is, and playing that, But they're not going to play on the dinky tour there when they can come over here and play. But none of that matters, Webb, because I'm going to solve it all right now.
Here we go. Tell me.
There was a meme today. So Chris Smith, he's the dude with the mullet. I'm sure you've seen him. He's the dude on a PGA with the mullet. Really good player.
I don't know, Chris.
Cam Smith.
He's the dude that just gave the $100 million.
What's that?
They just gave him $100 million.
No, but he hasn't officially gone to the LIV yet. There's only rumors right now that he's going to LIV. So he's in the FedEx Cup playoffs right now. Starting this week.
Yes.
And there's a meme came out, and Cam Smith is down looking at his putt, and Scotty Scheffler, who's still on a PGA tour, had a great year this year, is like walking right directly and like steps right in his line, like the grand can't do of golf. Right. You know, the guys step in the guy's putting line.
Right. Speaking in his backswing or something.
Right. Gave me a great idea, Webb. Let's get them all together, Webb. And just have them hate each other.
Free for all.
Like they can do that now. Talk shit when he's hey. He's getting ready to, like, kind of like the what's the Adam Sandler movie with the dude? Right.
When he fights Bob Barker.
Dude, it'll be good.
Happy Gilmore.
Imagine the ratings if guys are allowed to mic'd up and talking shit to each other, but real shit, not like fucking like no fucking your wife's a fucking whore, and you're trying to hit. Or you step, or you fucking get.
Your wife's getting plowed in the halfway house right now.
Yeah, your wife's over in the country club getting mowed right now. Right.
And that putt.
Like guys trying to putt and they're fucking walking through his line. Guys trying to hit the ball and he fucking just talking shit the whole time.
Rodney Dangerfield cranking.
Like really like hate between the two. Dude, all the guys could play together.
I'd be a golf
The ratings would be unfucking believable.
They really would.
That's John Daly out there fucking with dudes.
Exactly.
All solved. They come all play together. The amount of money that would go into it would be unfucking believable. Because imagine if it was like watching hockey golf. If dudes just started throwing down out there, if it got to the point,
it would be like Caddyshack, like the dude smoking a cigarette and blows it out, hits a 9-iron.
Be the ball. Be the ball. But I think that would
that's right.
Get
that's
them all together. But get them all together. Stop with the golf clap.
Right.
Stop with the pussy fucking etiquette and say, hey, you gonna hit the fucking ball yet or what?
Come on, man.
Right. That's the best you can do. That shot. And then fucking the guy's getting ready to putt. Hey, $1 million. You missed that motherfucker.
Right.
Let's get it for real.
Right. You want to talk shit? How about this? Right. $1 million. Here you go.
That's your wife standing over there? She's a fucking dog.
How many golf balls she can fit in her mouth?
Right. Exactly. That's a human ball washer. She's a human ball washer. But that would be we could get these two golf tours together and it'd be like Happy Gilmore. We could watch it. They could fight, throw down on the golf course. Ratings bonanza. Everybody's had it. PGA. Oh my God. The PGA is about to.
It would be up for the NFL. It would beat the NFL.
The PGA is about to go down. They need to do something drastic.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is another thing.
All right. So Webb, look, next week, check online and look, get on there, buy some stuff at our store, help us pay for these pools. We're gonna have the NFL Survivor pool up. We're going to have the college football pick 'em and go from there. We're going to find out where Walsh's daughters, where in the world.
Our stuff on somewhere. Right. It could be like where it's like if you find her, you win like $100. Take a picture of her or something and tag it. Or I don't know.
Perfect. You get $100.
Right. There you go.
This does not include Walsh. I know Walsh would do that.
Right.
So anyway. Thank you all for listening. I think that wraps up our stuff for today. Thank you, John Groh, for the bumper music. Buffalo Grill in Little Rock, Arkansas. MN3 Technologies, Wilbur Investigations. Thank you all for listening. Tell some friends. We're getting into football season. We're going to have over and unders next week, and if we see some good Super Bowl prop, futures kind of things, we'll pop those on. And thank you all for listening. Webb, take us out.
Brick by brick, baby. Thanks, everybody, for listening. I just pulled it up here. NCAA football starts August 27th. I think next podcast is going to be somewhere. What's today? I think today's like the 11th or something. So it'll be right
like
before that.
17th or so, 18th.
So we will have next week. We're going to kick in. It'll be more or less ranting and raving and whatever. Much more down and dirty in terms of what we're going to gamble on, how we're going to start making some money. Check out our picks. We are still hot despite my Chicago White Sox losers in the MLB. And then, we got the NFL and college right around the corner. And like Smitt said, you're welcome.
Hey guys, it's Devin. Make sure you subscribe to the Wager Makers podcast on YouTube, like all their videos, and click that bell so that you turn on your post notifications and you never miss another video.